Christ the King week, the last week on the church calendar. And the question for today is, where do you stand? Jesus says, I am your King. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9 says, my grace is sufficient for you. Here, Paul leads us to the source of his strength in weakness. Christ, who is our King. That's the source. Thank God for those days of grace. I read an interesting article just the other day about Rod Stewart, who's been a rock and roll star since the 1960s or so. He said that when he first started in rock and roll, all he wanted to do was earn enough money for a car that would start every time he turned the key. Imagine that. Well, now he's got a ginormous collection of like rare Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all kinds of things like that. And now Stewart is saying, you know what? Honestly, they don't mean as much to me as the first time I jumped in a car that I actually drove, that started whenever I turned the key. Who's king? Who's Lord of your life? What's first on your list? What's most important? Today, Jesus is saying, hey, I am your king, and I have been since the day you were baptized. Tell me now, that is what Grace to Go is all about, isn't it?